So if Clint hasn't been on the podcast yet, he probably won't after what I say about this movie.
Yeah,
I'll probably get canceled, to be honest.
yeah, Clint and I saw this movie together, so and since
What an
you shared
awkward
what you
date.
thought about there was three of us, so
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you okay?
Speaking of love triangles.
Yeah. Speaking of love triangles.
This is Full-Time Movie Fans.
And we just watched Nosferatu. Should that be the thing? Should I add that to everything now?
I guess.
Yeah.
And we just watched. Well, we technically just watched. We technically just recorded No Way Home, and we immediately after that watched Japanese clips of Japanese Spider-Man.
Dude, Japanese Spider-Man is awesome.
I love that I introduced you to that.
I'll
You're excited
spoil it.
about it.
I will spoil y'all so early. Don't watch this movie. Go watch Japanese Spider-Man.
For the suit-up scenes alone.
Yeah, they're so good.
I think my
And
favorite.
what was the emissary of hell?
Oh,
Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's his
was his
catchphrase.
That's his catchphrase.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
I love
Could you
this.
imagine if our Spider-Man had said that?
Michael, spend the $80. We're buying this.
That's what I was saying. That's what I'm saying.
Oh man. No, actually, we're talking about another comedy.
Yeah.
And we're talking about another comedy, Nosferatu, according to
Yeah.
you guys both kind of like had some chuckles.
I made a bad movie review about it, which nobody watched, which is fine. I made some killer jokes on it.
A lot of people would not watch this either.
So yeah, I made a bunch of jokes in that one that I feel are very, very honest. The thing I said is, as soon as we finished watching the movie, I said it's like Robert Eggers watched the original, heard it's Ellen, right? Is that her name? Helen. Heard Helen say, "He's coming," and went, "That's the movie. That's the movie. He's coming."
He sure did.
Yeah, my favorite scene was the one where she kept on convulsing, going, "He's coming, he's coming, he's coming." He finished.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That's the movie.
That's crazy.
That's the whole movie.
That's crazy when that happened. Remember when he showed up when he said, "I'm the bad guy. Fear me."
I liked the scene where she went to bed and he went, "So, what are you wearing? Are you doing anything? Could you be thinking about me?"
She definitely was, though.
Oh, you're showering without me.
Well, what? You're going to sleep without me?
He was very.
He's such a pick-me.
Hey, you know what I was just thinking about is that we could probably do like, hey, this Full-Time Movie Fans, and we just watched, and then we say the title. What do you think about that? I'll take that as a no.
We'll workshop it.
Okay, this is Full-Time Movie
Coming
Fans.
soon to Full-Time Movie Fans, like the coming soon to theaters.
Hey,
You remember
what
that?
if we could give previews at the end of our episodes to the next one?
Whoa.
End credit scenes.
And it's
We
me,
could do-
and
we
it's
do
me
end-
with the next time on Full-Time Movie Fans. And it's just me making awful jokes and you with your terrible puns.
Hey,
And no indication
my
of
terrible
what's
puns are
coming
great.
next. Oh,
That'd be funny.
man. So yeah, the fourth installment
well-
of the Nosferatu saga.
Well,
I'm
actually,
saying the joke again.
should you? Should you introduce yourself?
Oh yeah. I am one of the two hosts. This is Jarvis. How's that?
I wanted to kill
pretty good.
myself at the end of this movie because that's all I heard for over like almost like 2 hours. Stop, please.
Yeah, he definitely had some respiratory issues. You should probably see a doctor for that.
Probably some hair loss that he could use Rogaine on.
Yeah, you are what you eat. I've heard.
Rats.
Yeah. So
Oh, by the way, Sybil has a terrible fear of rats. There were too many rats in this movie.
Too many. You have a fear of needles. I have a fear of rats. Both came
Yeah,
up.
both did come up. I did not watch when the needle got stuck through.
So you're like the character in the Suicide Squad, Idris Elba's character who hates rats.
Yes.
Whoa, the guy who plays Knuckles is in the Suicide Squad.
That's crazy.
Yes.
That's
A
nuts.
good one. Knuckles.
Which, by the way, you should go watch Sonic 3 instead of Nosferatu. Have I made it obvious that I don't... Well, okay. Watch stills of this movie. Watch, like, individuals. They're beautifully done. I've yet to see a movie where I've sat there and been like, man, if only the movie made sense, it'd be one of the best movies I've ever watched.
Yeah. So this is you said this is a remake of a remake.
She faded to black.
Oh shit.
Welcome back to Full-Time Movie Fans.
Sorry, your mic was peaking, so I was trying to make sure it was plugged in.
I'm sorry.
well,
I
and
got
then it,
excited
like-
about Nosferatu.
This was the fade to black was on purpose to set the tone
To set the tone.
for how dark the movie was.
Yeah.
That's how the cuts are. They're just in the middle of nowhere, and they don't entirely make sense.
It's true.
And it just cuts to black.
Yeah. I understand why like film nerds like the movie because it's
Pretty.
it's very pretty. Like it's technically like a masterpiece. Technically speaking.
Technically speaking.
Like the cinematography is awesome, the sound design's awesome, the costumes are awesome.
Technically speaking, it's as good as Sonic 3.
No, unfortunately, it's prettier than Sonic 3. But the script of Sonic 3 is far, far ahead of the script.
Sonic 3 has that really good song on it that I've been playing for like
That
most
is
of the day.
true. It's, Live and Learn is an undisputable banger.
That's not the one.
Oh, which one are you talking about? Oh, Galvanize. It's time to galvanize. You know the one?
Yeah,
When
that
the robot nerds were
remember when
dancing.
Nosferatu came out of his coffin?
With the one from 1922 and they danced.
Michael, can
To
you
galvanize.
please just edit this somehow? Get the clips.
Have you seen the clip of the 1922 Nosferatu where he's running around town with his coffin trying to find a place to put it?
No.
It's so silly.
Are you
And
gonna
I
put the
missed that
galvanized
scene.
to? You're gonna play
That
that?
would be so
Put
good.
galvanized behind it.
Please.
Oh man. Okay, first impressions.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
have
We gotta get to first
do it.
impressions.
Do you want to go first?
You know what?
I feel like
well,
yours might
let
be
me,
better.
let me give the viewers our actual names because it's been a while. It's been a while.
I said yours.
Yeah, I'm Jarvis, and this is Michael.
I'm rat number 444. What? I was the motion capture for the rat.
If you
They weren't real. They were all real.
Yeah, they were.
They
So-
were real rats.
And I think they were unionized.
You say that as a joke. They actually were union.
Oh,
union.
I
sanctioned
wasn't
rats.
joking. I actually looked that up.
They're very good.
No, I didn't look it up.
Oh. Jarvis, I can't be the only one doing research here.
Hey man, I just watch stuff. I just watch stuff. I just watch stuff and have opinions.
So
man.
they had a lot of rats. The number is undisclosed. It goes up every time someone's asked. That's I think that's part of the joke. But they had like a good 100, 200 rats that were professionally trained
Yeah.
and sanctioned by one of the guilds. I don't know which one. And so those trained rats were supposed to help the untrained rats know where to go.
That's so cool actually.
Yeah.
I think I'd legit kill myself. Like I think I.
Yeah,
like,
they
this
said
is not
that.
Joking.
They said that the only problem with having that many rats on set was that
Some got away.
they pee a lot,
Yeah.
and you can't keep like 1,000 rats from peeing.
One of
at
the biggest
same
problems
time.
of having that many rats on set was they demolished the craft service table
Yeah,
before anybody else could get to it.
those charcuterie boards, man, they were gone same day.
The
put 'em out, the cheese,
human
it's
actors
gone.
never stood a chance, man.
No, Bill Skarsgård actually made friends with all the rats.
Yeah. He first name basis.
Yeah.
Didn't he get
Give them
invited?
little high fives.
Yeah, I heard he was invited to one of the rats' weddings.
Oh, is that sweet? That's very
Because
cute.
there was two that met on set and
That's
they fell in
so
love.
Nice.
I can't tell if this is a joke.
This is a joke. The rats can't get married legally.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Well,
The closest they can get
it's
is
fine. I won't get political here.
the closest they can get is what's it called? When they just live together for a long time.
Oh, common law marriage.
Yeah, common
Yeah.
law is the best they can get.
All 1,000 rats are common law married.
I heard
Yeah.
I heard when the rats were told that they couldn't get married, they were like, rats.
First impressions.
So my first impression of this movie was the first scene of the movie is the whole movie. You don't need to watch the rest of it. It's Helen at age 16, but looking like her current age because they didn't try to.
They
make
didn't
her
use
look
that.
younger or
They didn't have
anything.
the budget for that de-aging technology.
Yeah, that de-aging technology that they call it, the de-aging technology, and her. I think it's consensual. She agrees to it. I think
No,
Isn't
she's
she, like,
asking
praying?
for like a god to come.
Yeah, she's
because she
asking
wants
for
to
an
know that
angel
she's
to
lonely.
yeah. She wants an angel to protect her and keep her company.
Because she's lonely. She's asking for someone to come hang out with her.
And Bill Skarsgård goes, "Hey, how are you doing? You like big mustache?" And that's the whole.
Awful.
That's the whole movie.
Yeah, I guess that's her thing. Dark
and
Lords
then,
from the underworld,
and
right?
then we watch porn for like 5 million seconds. It feels like, and then it fades to black and it says Nosferatu, and then it gets really boring for like 40 minutes, and it still looks pretty. And that's how I feel about it. It's very earnestly the same story as the last 3 attempts at telling this story, but for some reason decidedly like 500 times hornier. That's my impression.
Hey, Dark Lords need love too.
My favorite part was when Willem Dafoe said, "Hey, you gotta like do tricks on that thing."
And and then they were like, "What?" And he was like, "Oh look, I'll show you."
Yeah. Tricks on it.
And then he took his shoes
Tricks
off.
on it, Helen.
Remember? Then he took his shoes and socks off.
Yeah, as he should
For the rats.
for the rats.
Oh my gosh! Is this
What
gonna,
was your impression?
is this
We're
for
gonna get
is this
age-gated,
forever? Yeah, is this forever our thing? Like feet jokes?
I don't know. The people are gonna.
Is
Start
that how they're
thinking
gonna?
things, Jarvis?
Once we get subscribers, is that hey, you know those guys that always talk about feet?
Oh, you know what, Jarvis?
gonna be
the
a
goal
super-
the goal should be for someone to upload our feet to WikiFeet.
Dude, there's gonna be supercuts of us just talking about
Are you
feet.
aware of WikiFeet?
I'm aware of WikiFeet. I'm unaware of why this is a goal for you.
Because if my feet make it to WikiFeet, I made it. I get 5 stars, guaranteed.
Yeah,
I got little binded toes.
We'd
because
probably
my
get-
parents wouldn't buy me the proper size shoes when I was a kid.
we'd probably get a lot of subscribers from that.
We probably would.
So, because you internet people need to get bonked.
Put in the comments, who do you think has better feet, me or Jarvis?
Do you think that you could just add a person on
Yes.
WikiFeet?
Don't ask me how I know.
I told him how.
Put in the comments, who has the better feet, me or Jarvis?
Yeah, like and subscribe after that.
What was your first impression of Nosferatu?
I think we talked about this. This is not like this. This genre is not necessarily my my cup of tea. Neither is it my cup of whatever you like to drink.
I like Coke Zero.
Yeah, it's not my cup of Coke Zero. But I was telling Sybil, and you can confirm this, before we started recording, I said I can appreciate the artistry and like things that are good, even if I'm not super into it. I definitely ran out of air again on that one. But I thought that it was cinematically, it was very, very beautiful. I thought that like, it's one of those things where the things that are important, I think that they got like, first off, it being creepy, about some, essentially a vampire, right?
Yeah.
So that they nailed that. I felt like he was pretty scary. Some would say that he was very cute, right?
I like Bill
No.
Skarsgård with big nose and gigantic mustache.
Yeah.
He did give Mr. Robotnik this whole movie.
Dr. Robotnik.
Dotner. So
He has a degree.
I
Pro-
really like that.
he's giving Professor Monster.
He's giving Professor Monster.
Mr. Eggman. Dr. Eggman.
Oh man,
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. So first impressions are as I experienced it, I was like, okay, like I feel like I was feeling the things that
I'm definitely sitting in a theater
I'm
in a chair.
I'm definitely
eating
watching
some
a
popcorn,
movie.
watching a movie.
I'm super watching a movie right now. No, I feel like I felt like I was experiencing the things that the director wanted me to experience. So I felt tense when the moments were tense. I think when people died and it was shocking, I was like, oh no, like not the kids. You know what I mean?
Oh no, the children that I don't know the names of.
Yeah.
It's Louise.
Wow, Thelma and Louise.
Maybe.
Yeah.
What a good pair.
The best friend guy was properly annoying.
I feel like he was the only rational one in the movie.
Yeah, but he was too
Everyone
rash-
else was like,
but
it's got to be some sort of spirit or something.
Yeah, but
He was like, yeah, because that just exists.
and what did it cost him? Everything.
Well, he got the plague. I don't think that was
Which is
particularly
why the moral of the story is to believe in fairy tales.
I mean, I think the moral of the story is, hey, when weird stuff is happening around you, maybe
Move.
Get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If
So-
someone looks like they're possessed by a demon, get them out of your house.
yeah.
If it's your wife, hey, sorry, but they used to do it a lot more for a lot less. You know what I'm saying?
If your wife,
Frontal lobotomy.
if your wife is having weird fits when you leave, maybe don't leave.
Also true.
Yeah,
She's
that's
begging you
that
not to
too.
leave.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
But he went, shut up,
So,
woman. I'm
man,
trying to give
that
us
would be
money.
your take.
That's
Men
my
should
take.
men should just listen to women more.
Yes.
That was what she said the moral was.
Exactly.
That's what,
Exactly.
what other moral is there? Let the guy like take advantage of you?
When the demon wants to fuck you, let him. That's the moral.
Well,
Yeah.
Champion of feminism.
demons aren't men though, right?
That's what I saw
I
online.
don't think Sybil would say demons are men that should listen to women. I think
Would you rather? Would you rather take your chances with a man or the demon? It's like the man or the bear.
Demon.
See?
oh man.
I've read enough romance
Hey,
novels
hey.
and fan fiction to know that has a 50% chance of turning out better than the men.
the real
Men, 90% chance that it doesn't turn out.
Yeah.
so the real villain of this story is
Helen.
men.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, I think that was what the actual thing. I had someone like give a whole commentary on it and say like it's greed is like the actual thing and it's men.
Well, okay, we gotta talk. We gotta talk
yeah,
about.
we
We,
can
gotta
get-
get to it. We
I-
gotta hock to it. You know
I
what I'm
could
saying?
I could see that theme. We
So,
gotta break it down.
Man, this might be another one of those really quick breakdowns. This movie is so slow. It has so little happening. Okay. So Helen invites a demon into her body. Cut. Next scene. She's married to a man, a handsome man,
Nicholas Holt.
Nicholas Holt. He's
and he
good looking.
is a real estate agent, like all good men are. And they recently got married, and he doesn't have money. But if he makes the sale, he'll have lots of money.
Yeah, he's got his eyes on the prize.
And so
wants
he
that
has to
sweet
travel to Transylvania, which, as we all learned, has a very nice hotel in it.
moolah. Hey, you know what? And you know what I did think was
Why are
super.
you laughing at that one?
You know what I think is super goofy though?
What?
How cool, calm, and collected his boss was, trying to get him to do the job.
Yeah.
It was not suspicious at all.
Not suspicious at all. I'm gonna be honest with you. I watched the movie just like everyone else in this room did, and it took me to the last 10 minutes of the movie to be like, oh, the guy who sent him's the crazy guy.
Yeah.
Oh, his boss is the crazy guy.
I think I whispered to you. That's his
That's
boss.
yeah.
Hey.
That's
From
what
the
happened.
beginning, at the beginning
I
of
mean,
it.
hey, talk about horrible bosses. Am I right?
So Nicholas Holt has to go sell a castle to another dude in a castle, but he has to go there to get the dude to sign the paperwork.
Right. He's trying to make a good life for him and his wife.
Yeah. And this one sale will do it because that's how that works.
Yeah, and then Sybil, she begs and pleads with him not to go.
Said, no, we just got married. Please don't leave. This is terrible. This is a bad thing.
This is going to end up badly if you leave.
And the
You will
moral of the
probably
story
kill.
And he
is
said,
to kill women.
shut up, woman. I'm a man. I know better.
That is actually what pretty much happened.
I'm not.
Word for word, yeah, it was
I'm not
crazy.
joking this time.
He said, "Hey, stay with my A friend.
Stay with my friend who's a sane man.
And his wife and their kids.
Yeah, that'll do you some good. And so he leaves, and she starts having night fits where she's definitely having seizure, not getting fucked by a demon, and, and she's definitely not enjoying it, sort of, but also hates it. She okay. You are covering your mouth, but you can't tell me that was exactly where that was going.
I think that is exactly what it was alluded to.
She was enjoying it too much and did not want to.
Cannot tell if it was just really bad acting choices.
Or, hear me out, a woman written by a man.
Yes, that meant that one's an obvious one. That's all of this. These are obvious ones.
I mean, is the character? I've not seen any of the older ones. Is the character the same or no?
Well, okay, no. Well, that's kind of a no. It's not the same because all of the other iterations, she's like terrified the entire time. This is the only one where she's like kind of into it.
Kind of into them.
Yeah,
and I'll tell you right now,
Bad Boys.
This will get us demonetized and or canceled immediately. I don't believe that women like being raped.
Crazy thought. Crazy that this is controversial.
It's weird that in this whole movie, every single time that it happens, she's like, "No, please, no, stop."
It happens so much. It's like every night.
And she's like, "You gotta get this demon away from me,
Is
please."
It every night?
Yes.
Every
it's
night
like
she
every
has
single
night fits.
night.
Oof.
And she's having
Fits.
full night fits where it's like seizures. And like she's definitely getting like mentally raped.
Yes. But
oh, you know what?
The way it's played is that she is enjoying it.
Yeah.
They call that a mind.
Oh, nice. It's very good, Jarvis. Good job keeping up, buddy.
Thanks, I'm trying.
So that was my controversial take. If I'm wrong, if you think I'm wrong, you're sorry.
Put it in the comments.
I'm good. Yeah, put it in the comments.
and
You're like 95%.
your first and last name
for
as well.
sure a man. Yeah, you're definitely. If you think that was something dumb for me to say,
That
you're
or
definitely
you
a man.
really like really erotic romance novels.
You are into CNC vampire porn.
All right, let's not double down on our
Yeah, I don't really feel like
non-monetization.
Hey man, what are they gonna do? Demonetize us twice? All right. Anyways,
hey, what are they gonna do? Come into our bedrooms at night? While we're sleeping?
I want you to bounce on it.
Oh no!
So, anyways, Nicholas Holt.
Dude, I think these like late night shoots are the ones that are getting us, man. We need to go back to recording when it's daylight outside.
No.
I swear to God, we're gonna get to a place where at some point it's gonna be like, we have like 1 million subscribers, and some one of them is gonna come back and watch this video and be like, why were they saying all this?
Bro, we're gonna
so
get canceled.
confidently.
This is the one that gets us canceled.
Probably.
It's gonna get brought up in 20 years, and we're gonna look like idiots.
How
And then-
is it a bad thing if it's just the truth?
All I'm saying is, this movie is the opposite of champion of feminism.
Yes.
As I saw on one TikTok. This is at best fetish movie. It's a fetish movie,
Oh, okay,
I think.
yeah.
At worst,
man.
very
you're
bad.
you're like making sure that I can't say anything nice about this movie.
It is super fetishizing though, because I before I even watched it,
No, go ahead, Jarvis.
Go ahead.
You like it, right?
What did you think about it, Jarvis? Go ahead.
the amount of people on Facebook, like romance groups, that are saying, "Hey, do you have any like erotica that's kind of like Nosferatu?" After this movie came out, it is exactly a fetish.
Vampire consent, non-consent.
Yeah.
That's what they're looking for. I'm sure it exists. Hey, what's there's some people that like Colleen Hoover, you know? Anyways, so so Nicholas Holt goes to this place and
he's gonna so make that sale.
he's 100% gonna make that sale. He's psyching himself up. He gets to a town. They're like, "Hey man, you should probably leave." And then he goes, "I'm not gonna do that." And they go, "All right." And then he goes to bed and they go do some weird sacrifice ritual thing with a naked woman on a horse.
Virgin.
And they kill a dude that's already dead. It's great. I highly recommend it. Really good local customs. And
and we know that it's real because he wakes up like it's a dream, but his feet are dirty.
Yeah, and his shoes are still on, and they're dirtying up the blanket that he was in, which is not okay.
At a hotel.
At a hotel, yeah, that's very rude.
That's someone else's. Yeah, that's
So
someone
he
else's
goes up
place.
to the castle, and he's like, "Hey, sorry I'm here. It's a little late. We should probably just sign these in the morning." And Bill Skarsgård goes, "No, I will sign it now. Please, put the paper on the table." And Nicholas Hoult goes, "Okay." And then he signs it.
very confidently because he's a confident man.
Very confidently. He's
he's
not
making that
sweating
sound.
at all.
He's making that
He's
sound.
making that
Come
sound.
hell or high water.
And he goes, "Okay, well, I have other paperwork that we have to do. Maybe we'll just take care of it in the morning." And then he has a terrible night's sleep. Wakes up the next morning.
Doesn't he like sleep at the table? Like or wakes up on the floor?
He like gets attacked.
Oh yeah, he gets
really
attacked and then he
weirded
wakes
out
up on the floor.
and finds like a
That's
weird
where
bite mark on his
that's
chest.
where we get our favorite cut in the whole movie, where it goes away from him being attacked to Helen going, "Please, I just need him to come home. I just need my Thomas," and then it hard cuts to him on the floor like. He's so funny.
He's just
funny.
waking up from the best sleep of his life.
Yeah. And
I spent truly 90% of this movie trying not to laugh out loud.
it's
and
it just got harder and harder every time. That was the first like
really?
big one.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
did?
It
It
truly
got real hard to stop.
The longer
laughing
it
at
went on, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a hot take.
It's so sad because the movie's so pretty.
Yeah.
Like it's so well done for such a weird fanfic of a
I
script.
did fully accidentally like, loudly snort in the movie theater.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, because
Snorted?
It just
I was
kept
holding
getting
my laughter too
silly.
hard.
It just kept getting sillier. Anyways, so he makes the sale. In fact, our beloved Count Olaf decides that he needs our beautiful man to sign something himself. He can't read it, and he goes, "Oh, it's okay, ancient language. Just sign right there."
He closed the deal.
And he
Gave
closed
him
the
the
deal
money.
and gave him a bunch of money.
My money back.
And then he says, "Well, I better be going." He goes, "No, you'll stay another night." He said,
Yeah.
"But I really got it." "No, you're staying. I got to get home to the wife, and you're staying here."
He forces
literally-
him to give the locket.
He-
Oh yeah, he does force him to give his wife's locket to him too.
But he does that whole like finger on the mouth.
Yeah,
Very-
he does a whole shh,
Yeah, very-
speak no more. You will be here for another night. And then he
he
wakes up again, terrified, in the middle of the night, with holes in his chest, with the weird toothy Nosferatu teeth, which we see in the original. Have you seen the picture of the original Nosferatu?
I've
Have
not.
you seen the SpongeBob episode?
have not.
You haven't seen
That's crazy.
the
This is
SpongeBob
this is the
episode?
thing that you introduced me to after that we're done recording.
Yeah. There's a SpongeBob episode where they're in the Krusty Krab at night and they think it's haunted or like a killer's gonna come in, and then they realize that the killer isn't actually a killer. He's just a dude who wants a burger in the middle of the night.
He wants a
And they
drop.
go, "But if he's here, who's been flipping the light switch?" And they turn, and it's the 1922 Nosferatu, and they all go, "Nosferatu." And that's it. That's
All right, okay.
stupid.
Can't wait to actually watch it.
But
I
he's
feel like I
got,
just did.
He's got weird, funky, like long teeth.
Yeah.
And it makes like a weird like hole.
Did
Yeah.
he bite them in the chest in the originals? 'Cause I thought that was a really weird thing to do.
I don't remember, and I don't think so.
'Cause it's like that's not really a useful place to get blood from.
No, it's
I
not.
want to say that.
I agree with that. That's why it's usually the neck. But
Yeah.
the original Nosferatu is where all of the vampire like lore comes from. I'll get to that. The story's pretty much almost over. I'll be honest.
Isn't there a scene with Nosferatu
And holes?
and Nicholas Hoult?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they kiss. And you see his Nosferatu thing.
Oh! Could I add a little thing for that?
Sure.
sorry, I got excited.
Well, hold on. Let me
Not about
hold
that,
on.
not
Let me
about
get
that.
to that part in the script.
Okay, cool.
So he wakes up because he can't sleep, and he tries to find his way out, and instead he finds his way into the Nosferatu bedroom
Crypt, yeah.
where he is lying in bed naked, and wakes him up, and he gets chased down and it throws himself into a river. Go ahead and talk about that crusty thing.
Okay, so whenever we got back from the movie theater, I went to Nicholas Holt's Instagram, and he made a comment to the director about how he's like, this because it's a fake dick. It's fake. It's like it's not real.
Okay.
And
So what you saw was fake.
Yeah. Just so you're
Shucks.
aware. You never
Darn.
and so,
Should I give the context to why too after you finish your thing?
Yeah.
Because you think it's stupid, and I kind of agree.
I think it's stupid. But Nicholas Holt now has a framed, like that like
He does have
fake.
He has the
vintage prosthetic framed in his house. The director gave it to him because Nicholas Holt thought it was really funny, and so now it's just framed.
It's also got
should
like
be a
holes in it.
great
and stuff.
conversation piece.
Oh, absolutely. I would put it up.
Yeah.
It's so funny to me.
I'd put it right behind us.
Oh yeah.
I would too, to be honest. Yeah.
So the reason why they had a prosthetic instead of a real one,
Yeah.
is because there's a rule for what is it called, intimate scenes
Yeah.
in Hollywood where men aren't allowed to show their real penis.
Really?
Yeah, but women can show themselves entirely.
I don't
Sexism.
know if that's true. I think some male actors have had their real ones on screen.
With
I
the rating
wonder.
thing, I think it changes the rating to completely like women could be full frontal.
Yeah.
But men
It would be
moves
adult
it to,
rated.
like the not rated.
It's
R,
A18.
like past it. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I don't know either because
I'll have to look it up again.
That's not my kind of.
But that's
movie.
part of a lot of contracts is that they can't do that
Yeah.
because of reasons. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, so Nicholas Holt throws himself
Oh yeah,
out of the
is
tower.
you were trying to get me to sign that petition to get rid of that clause.
Yeah, because I just really wanted us to be able to do whatever we want on this channel.
Yeah.
She's shaking her head yes over
Free
there.
the dick. I really hope I don't make you have to like bleep out much more.
I cannot be bothered.
Cool.
Yeah, none of this is getting bleeped.
Cool.
At the point at which that Jarvis is like, "Hey, we're getting demonetized from all the swearing," that's when I'll care.
Yeah.
But we're not monetized, so
Yeah, so like and subscribe.
yeah.
So that they can demonetize this video.
So Helen's fits get worse, and Nicholas Holt gets home.
I want to say this. They made a point that she was having these fits before she met.
Yeah,
Nick.
and then they started going away a little bit.
Yeah,
Thomas.
And then they went away, and when he left,
Yeah, they
to close
came
the
back
deal,
and started getting worse.
they came. Yeah,
Because she found true love.
and
only true love can.
Save you from the demons.
Only a true love's kiss can save the heart of the broken, or some meme like that.
yeah. So she starts having all these crazy fits
Yeah, and the friends are like, "Hey, we should probably like kick her out of the house or something. This is kind of crazy."
because
They
she's a crazy woman.
And they go, "No, we'll get a psychiatrist." And there's also the dude who is going crazy because he's the follower of Nosferatu, but I'll be honest, he's not really important. So I'm skipping over him
eat
entirely.
a few people.
Yeah, well, he
does eat a few people.
and he eats some
Oh,
rat.
yeah, that was the
Doesn't he
thing that
eat some
I
rats?
I almost laughed out loud too because they were like, "Oh, surely he's not going to bite that bird's head off," and then he bites the bird's head off, but it just gushes out like a stream of blood. And the guy looks at him and goes, "Well, my good man, why would you do that?"
It's so.
That's the exact line.
Yeah.
You know
Why
what I'm
would
talking
you do
about?
that?
Well, they are proper people.
They are very. You know what? It's good to be professional.
Yeah, he very much was.
It was crazy. It was such an obvious fake blood, dude.
Yeah, 'cause it was-
the-
It's stupid looking. There's no way. And then somebody online was like, "Was that a real bird?" It's like, no. Why would they have done that to a real bird? That's not how bodies work. Oh, anyways, so Thomas gets back home and Helen's like, "Oh, finally, my love, you're back." In the middle of the night or whatever she was doing. And they go, she's just crazy. That's what it is. And he goes, no, she's not crazy. I saw it myself. There's a real devil out there.
Well, you skipped over.
Yeah, the best character comes in.
Yeah, you skipped over.
Oh, Willem Dafoe shows up and he's like, yeah, it's probably like a vampire or some shit. And they're like, what? What does that mean? He goes, a vampire? Vampire.
Yeah, he was sitting on that one. It didn't take him very long to come to that conclusion.
Yeah. Yeah, he said this is exactly what it sounds like. We're all in a lot of trouble actually because I don't know how to get rid of them.
And then they saw the guy bite the chicken's head off.
Right. The chicken, it was a pigeon.
Oh, pigeon.
It would have been more impressive if it was a chicken.
Then that would be impressive. Then he started eating people, which was weird.
Yeah, but it's not that big of a deal. I'll be honest. And so they get back, and she's like, my husband, he's home, but things are still getting worse. And then the plague starts breaking out in Victorian London or wherever it is.
Well, Nosferatu's coming to town to close on
because he bought the house.
Yeah, so
he needs to ship himself onto a cargo ship because for some reason Thomas can ride on horseback and get back faster than he can ship himself in a cargo ship. Whatever.
And weird stuff ensues on the ship.
Yeah, but it's all plague
the
stuff.
Dies, and then
it's all the plague.
Ship of rats just appears.
Yeah.
And the friend
rats.
that he leaves her with is like in charge of the port, right?
Yeah, again, not that important. And then Nosferatu shows up in the middle of the night and goes, so, if you were to do anything, would you do it with me? And she goes, no, you're kind of gross looking. He goes, oh, well, your husband's kind of a bitch. I give you 3 days to marry me instead, or I'll kill everyone anyway.
He also said, and he's a bad kisser.
Yeah, he's also a bad kisser. We tried a little bit. We experimented when he was at my house. You don't like this joke.
And then you said,
just a couple of girls.
And then you said,
enjoying a sleepover.
From now on, call me Professor Monster. I'm out.
You will refer to me as Professor Monster. And she goes, I have to figure out how to destroy him in 3 nights.
He's better than you.
Yeah, that did happen. During the second night or whatever, she has a breakdown with Thomas where she's like, he can please me better than you anyway. And then they have sex afterwards for some reason, which was weird.
I thought that he was possessing her a little bit and just trying to make him feel bad.
Which is also weird because then why would Thomas just be like, yeah, I'm going to fuck the demon out of you?
They're both just attracted to the demon.
Yeah, maybe they're fighting for his affections.
It was completely, it felt like it came out of nowhere. And it ended also out of nowhere. I couldn't take any of those.
So the men were like, we got to kill this thing, whatever it is. And Willem Dafoe's like, yeah, we just got to go stab it in the heart or something like that. And then he goes to Helen and he goes, you gotta fuck him. You have to have sex with this monster.
Wait! Doesn't his wife dies before that, and then his kids?
Oh, that's also weird. Yeah, the friend's family dies, and then he goes insane.
His friend's wife is the first one to die.
Yeah, and then his 2 kids. No, his 2 kids were the first ones to die.
No,
his kids died first.
I thought the wife.
No, because she was trying to wake him up.
Oh yeah.
So the kids died first, and then he killed his wife.
Well, she had been.
They were all. They all died in the same night.
She had some. She had taken some damage.
And then he got crazy and got the plague, and then went to his wife's grave and decided that he was going to have one last bout right before he dropped dead. Which is the kindest way I could put that.
He was.
This movie isn't serious. This movie can't be serious. No. Because it mixes too much actual gruesome terror horror stuff and then balances it with he can please me better than you. Dude, what is happening?
I want to say that William Dafoe did not say go sleep with the demon. That's just her interpretation. He said you have to distract the demon.
Yeah, he was just you have to distract the demon until the morning. And she said, I will have sex with this monster.
I hear you loud and clear.
Loud and clear, brother. And so the boys go off to the castle to go.
Destroy the coffin.
Yeah, to
Yeah,
get rid of the coffin, which is a smart move, to be honest.
Yeah,
either way.
they went to go burn it down.
And Thomas kind of skips town. He
clocked that that
yeah,
was being
and Willem Dafoe was like, "Come on, man, we were supposed to have a party," and burned the whole thing down. It was actually kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. And Thomas got back just in time to see his wife being drained of her blood with what we had seen, the prosthetic inserted deep into her.
Gross. I hate the way you said that, Michael. I really did not enjoy that one.
Like nails on
I can wax more poetic.
like nails on a chalkboard, right?
Yeah, I need you to take that back and rephrase that sentence.
Thomas enters as his wife has been emptied
as
and her
Nosferatu
crevasse had been filled.
Hey, Thomas enters as Nosferatu exits.
Arguably the worst one.
No, the scene that fully made me snort loudly in the theater was him looking up at the sunset or sunrise and being like, "Oh, I should go." And
She's going,
says,
"No, keep going."
And then you hear the noise, and it fully made me snort so loud in the theater because it was so
stupid.
It made me laugh.
And then at the very end, Thomas goes, "In the end, it was beauty that killed the beast."
Yeah, she loved him to death.
I'm not going to stop saying that joke until somebody gets it first time. Do you understand the reference?
No.
King Kong.
Yeah, he had to tell me.
The very last line of every King Kong movie is, "In the end, it was beauty that killed the beast."
Oh.
Which I also think is a very funny line for that movie because it does not fit.
Yeah. Just like certain prosthetics.
Yeah. Hey, when you're like hundreds of years old, you need a little help, you know?
Hey, if the prosthetic fits.
If the prosthetic fits. Okay, so now we can talk about the other fun stuff with this movie. I'm going to start out with a little history lesson, okay?
Yeah, tell us about the past Nosferatus.
So the 1922 Nosferatu, the original one by F.W. Murnau, who's a German guy. It was a German film. The Germans were actually very notorious in making like weird horror movies.
No way.
It's not sci-fi. What is it? It's not the genre is. It's not sci-fi. It's not fantasy. It's some other like supernatural. Yeah, supernatural horror is as I think what it's categorized as. And it was based off of Bram Stoker's Dracula, loosely because there wasn't very much. You know what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
And so they made Nosferatu, which was loosely based off of Dracula, put a little bit more lore into the vampire thing, and it almost didn't get released because Bram Stoker's estate was like, "Hey, you can't take our intellectual property." But tons of fans of Dracula were like, "No, please, we really want to see like what this would look like on a screen."
Yeah.
And so we got the funky, kind of scary, half kind of silly, because he's like running around with his coffin at one point, whole like, "Where do I go?" Yeah, pretty much. But it's the first time that we saw a vampire on screen. It's the first time that we got some of the lore. The whole like them being burned by sunlight comes from it. The stake in the heart I also think comes from it. The like other weird supernatural powers.
I don't like stakes in my heart.
I also don't like steaks in my heart.
I like steaks.
My doctor says it's
on
bad
my plate.
for cholesterol.
Steaks on my plate.
Steaks,
medium well.
Steaks on a plane. No, stop! Don't. You look so proud of that one.
Steaks. No, wait. Sorry. Snakes on a plane and airplane double feature. You've mentioned this.
I did mention. Have you seen Airplane?
Trains, planes, and automobiles. Have you seen that one?
No. Oh, triple feature then.
Yeah.
We go with airplane, snakes on a plane, planes, trains, and automobiles.
Yeah, there we
triple
go.
Feature.
I like this.
That's for members only.
Yeah, members of the Patreon that is yet to exist.
Or YouTube members.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's a thing I forgot that you can do at some point. So yeah, that's the history behind it. And then in the 60s, in the 80s, our good man. Why am I forgetting his name? It's right there. It's right. Werner Herzog made the same movie, but like his own version of Nosferatu with Klaus Kinski. Shout out, the most horrible person to ever exist. And then in 2023, they made another Nosferatu. Same story, because, you know, why fix perfection?
Exactly.
And now in 2024...
79.
79. Oh, okay. And then in 2024, we got Nosferatu, the fourth iteration of the Nosferatu saga.
Nosforstick.
I've been referring it to Nosferatu. I think it fits the entirety of it perfectly.
Yeah, your take on it was very different than my friend Clint's.
Yeah, Clint, I'm sorry that you definitely disagree with me. I again think that this movie is beautifully done. I think that everything tech-wise, including costumes, makeup, set design, cinematography, the whole nine, beautifully done. I think the acting was lacking a little bit, seeing as Willem Dafoe was the only person I think that was actually acting besides Bill Skarsgård. That's unfair because Bill Skarsgård, like, when he's on a screen, it is not Bill Skarsgård. He's just whatever.
It's like
he's
a
supposed to be.
prosthetic of Bill Skarsgård.
Pretty much, yeah, which is crazy. So those are the only two real actors in the movie that I feel were acting, and the script is, yeah, it's somebody that went, yeah, I would like to have sex with this vampire. And you know who else would? The woman that definitely wants to have sex with a vampire.
It felt so rapey.
Yeah.
All of this movie. Just gonna even down to the wife getting assaulted after she died.
Yeah, there's just say what you want about how this could be some sort of weird social commentary, but let me ask you this. Truthfully and honestly, I pose the question to the viewers as well as you in the room. What is the moral of the story?
Do all stories need morals?
Yes.
Is what I would
By
wonder.
definition, yes.
By definition.
Yeah.
Maybe the moral of the story is that we need more morals in our stories.
You know, that somehow ironically works as a moral to this story.
Listen to your wife.
I don't think that that's the moral to the story, though.
What else could it be?
Yeah.
You mentioned something, Sybil, about greed.
Yeah, I did see someone's like commentary on it. That the whole thought of everything was greed. Like even down like men, like I think it's like men's greed is the thing.
But that's not what caused the problem.
Yeah, but it's like the guy that was obsessed with his wife was super obsessed with his wife. Even like he just wanted his wife, and like after she died, he still wanted her. Kind of thing. It was like a weird.
He was greedy.
thing.
He was greedy for her.
And then like the Nosferatu was greedy about it, and the husband was greedy because he did all this for money.
You know what?
Everything was greed.
The moral of the story is don't trust men.
Yeah.
You know,
But I think that was like the
you could say that it was the men who went crazy because of their women.
In the end, it was beauty that killed the beast.
That's the moral of the story.
The moral of the story.
I hate this.
All right. Well,
women make men do crazy things.
do you want to do you have any fun?
Not that one.
facts?
Okay. All right.
These women, they're just making me crazy. That's from The Room.
Yeah, it is.
Everyone betray me. I'm fed up with the world. That's also from The Room.
Yes.
Which is also almost a story about a vampire.
That's true. Dude, it all connects. That's
It
crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, because
No,
give us a fun fact about that.
in the original script for The Room, Johnny, Tommy Wiseau's character, who's an all-American guy, was also maybe almost a vampire who had a Cadillac that could fly. Which is awesome.
Could you imagine? Nosferatu came in with a flying Cadillac?
I would
What if that's
I
how
would
he
have
wooed her?
loved
What if that's how he wooed her?
I would have loved if The Room was just Tommy Wiseau's offshoot of Nosferatu.
Could you imagine? That would be almost as good as Japanese Spider-Man.
Yes, I agree with that. It's almost as good as Japanese Spider-Man.
Which apparently you can buy the all 4 seasons for around $80.
No, you cannot. You cannot do that. Don't do that. There's limited copies. You cannot buy them.
Are you worried about the 14 people that are going to watch this going out there?
Yes, I am, actually. I want to buy it.
If you're one of the 14 people watching this, do not buy Japanese Spider-Man box set DVDs of all 4 seasons.
On eBay for $85.
Yeah, do not do
Plus $7 shipping.
Don't do it.
For endless entertainment
Sounds like a
and a
bargain.
lesson in history, Japanese Spider-Man existed before the Power Rangers. It had a Megazord.
Give us more fun facts about things that are about other things that are not this movie.
That are not about this movie at all.
Because
So my favorite things about Sonic 3.
Okay, what's y'all's?
Yeah, what's your arbitrary rating?
I think you should see it in theaters. I feel like it because of the cinematography and things like that. I think it should be watched in theaters. It's still out in theaters right now, so go watch it.
I'm sure it'll surprise everyone to hear that my rating between don't watch and own every copy, I think, is the one that I created at some point.
Yeah, for
Sonic 3.
No, it wasn't Sonic 3.
I think it was Paprika. It was either Paprika or Perfect Blue.
No, I think it was the Truman Show.
Oh, it was the Truman Show.
You were
going to
buy every single copy, and nobody could ever have one.
Yeah, that was actually passed by every copy. It was don't buy any copies because I'm buying them all.
Yep.
Between those two, I will say watch it in theaters.
Yeah, dude.
I don't think it's so bad that it's unwatchable, like entirely. Like it's very pretty, but don't take it seriously. It is. Unfortunately, not worth.
I would say watch it and take it seriously. But there were actually people in our theater that were dressed up for the movie.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah, it was. You know what? And here's another thing. I'll say this. I really do think every movie, and we were talking about this earlier, is like it's crazy how many different people can see the same movie and come away with a different take on it.
Yeah.
And your take is different than my take. And your take is way different than Clint's take.
Yeah, your take is also different than Clint's take.
Yeah, I mean, so here's my thing is like this genre of movie, not really my thing, but
I'll agree. Horror is not my thing.
Yeah,
either.
it's not really my cup of Coke Zero.
I didn't even find it like a horror movie.
But it's
you were disturbed.
I was disturbed by the rats. I don't
That
think
still counts. That's a lot of people's fear.
I don't feel like that was what was supposed to be disturbing.
It's definitely a part of it.
That was the moral of the story.
Is be scared of rats.
Be
Yeah.
scared of rats. The plague.
So sometimes the plague is actually a vampire. That's the moral.
But here's what I want to say. I do think that you should watch it in movies. I do think there's a lot of good things to like about it. I just want to read because Clint is.
I'm just going to read an excerpt of Exodus real quick.
So my
to
friend
cleanse us all.
My friend Clint has it's a Letterboxd app where you can write reviews. Feel free to follow him and look at what he thinks about movies. His handle is Clint T. But so he actually gave this movie 4.5 stars on Letterboxd. Do you have Letterboxd? You do? So he gave it 4.5 stars. I'm just gonna read the last. Excuse me. I'm going to read the last paragraph. He's got 3 good-sized paragraphs here. The last one, it says, in many ways, Nosferatu is the spiritual successor and perfected version of horror that Eggers went for with The Witch. It feels authentic to itself and pure to the genre, with top-notch visuals, rock-solid performances, and a masterful sense of tone. It's a pure horror experience that demands to be seen in the dark, quiet theater, and just like the invasive and persuasive shadow of the vampire Nosferatu, you will heed the invitation. So that is what my friend Clint thinks about this movie. Actually, there's more to it. Feel free, if you have Letterboxd, to go check it out. But yeah, Clint had a very different take. Loved it. Took it as a very serious film. I think you guys... I think, like I said, a lot of things have to do with like who you're with and who you're around, and like your state of emotions, possibly. Maybe not. Maybe this will always have been a comedy to you, no matter what the mood. But yeah, I think it's a great movie. I think you should watch it.
I'm trying to find other places I can buy Japanese Spider-Man.
Yeah, dude.
not gonna lie.
To be honest with you, I feel a little bit of sense of pride getting you interested in that.
Dude, it's so good.
I can't wait to hear all the lore and all the things you find out about it.
I can't wait till I watch it and then I go, no, Jarvis, you absolutely have to experience this yourself. I cannot wait for it.
I
Yeah.
can't wait for this to be the new channel's like big thing. Is this
Full-time Japanese Spider-Man fans.
Yeah. Next big thing.
Hey,
I will absolutely be one.
We're gonna do suit up scenes just like as good as the Japanese Spider-Man suit up
Dude,
scenes.
I don't even know how you'd edit that. They're just so.
It can't be that kind of
They're
magic
just
can't
so
be
cool.
recreated.
Yeah. That
But,
kind of earnestness can't be recreated, but you can do the dramatic zooms. Those are
Very easy.
very fun.
Yeah, very easy to do.
You,
So let's dramatic zoom. Whoa, let's dramatic zoom.
she
back
learned about the
into-
fade to black, and now she's going to use it.
Back into the end of this review. So we both agree watch it in theaters, but for different reasons. I think you.
I'm going to give a non-arbitrary rating.
Okay.
2.5 out of 5 stars.
2.5 out of 5 stars. Okay.
Do you want to play the guessing game real quick?
I don't have a arbitrary rating for this one.
You don't? You did have an arbitrary rating. How much money did it cost to make?
Could you give us like a guesstimation?
I would say
No, that's the fun part, is not having to guesstimate.
34 million.
Okay.
75 million.
Y'all are
Love
right between 50 mil. How much did it make total so far? Just go for it.
Can we just know that if did it go over what it made?
Yes.
Okay.
Opening weekend it did not, but overall it has.
120 million.
Okay.
80 million.
Okay. So you got the gross U.S. and Canada number correct. It's almost 82 million. You almost got the gross worldwide correct. It's 135 million.
Oh, okay.
Look at us working together.
Y'all are learning.
We're almost getting there.
Which is going to be funny because at some point, y'all are both going to be better than me because I'm reading the numbers. So I can't guess them.
Good job, Sybil.
Good
Hey.
job, Jarvis. Good job.
High five. Air five. So this was full-time movie fans, Nosferatu. Nose for
Hot Tua.
yeah.
Hot Tua. Is that what it is?
I want you to bounce on it.
And by bounce on it, he means the like and subscribe button.
Crazy style.
Can you please in the the bio of this just link that TikTok until we like
It's
get rid
so
of it?
funny, yeah.
TikTok's gonna be gone. So
People have been
Bye-bye.
making so many memes.
Bye-bye, TikTok.
Goodbye TikTok. Goodbye Nosferatu. Goodbye full-time movie fans.
We hope your day and night is everything you Jim did be and more.
Think of me softly when you say goodbye. Remember me once in a while. Promise me you'll try.
And always remember.
What's that from? Phantom of the Opera. Goodbye, everybody. Hey. You look good over there.
Look real good.
Have you thought about sharing your kindness with others?
Share the love.
Maybe like the video. Click on that subscribe button. And show your friends.
Yeah, just touch it ever so lightly, that like button. Move over to the subscribe button. Maybe tap your keyboard just a little bit. Leave a comment. Bye.
That's it.